Hello, everyone. Good night, and welcome back to another Saturday night of Chillstream and another Cyberpunk game to continue our Cyberpunk adventures. So this time, we're playing a very special game. Uh, we're playing one to be considered uh, one of the best point-and-click adventures, or one of the best point-and-click games ever, and considered to be lost for a long time. It was no one was able to legally play this game until our good friends from GOG uh, brought it back from the dead, and that is Blade Runner from Westwood Studios. And yeah, this is a very special case because it is a game that everybody's been um, just look at that. Everybody's been hypes a lot, and it's on many people's best of lists, but it was lost to time. Look at that intro. Look at that intro. So good.
I'm leaving now.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runser, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humanity.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright. The forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
BR 61661, report to division headquarters, code 3, repeat code 3.
Last time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a half on the job, it was still the dirtiest work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working the Tyrell break-in, and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runsiter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runsiter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Slumming tonight, Slim?
I thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no! There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
I'm working on it.
What's Scusa got you doing tonight?
AM at Runsitter's.
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get rid of him, we'd be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-road paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Okay, guys, I'm sorry I didn't want to talk over the cinematic intro, and yeah, it nails the look of Blade Runner really well. And this is our main character. I don't think he's Decker. I'm not sure. I think he's not. And the game closely follows the plot of the movie. I mean, not closely, loosely follows the plot of the movie. But as you can see, it nails the look of the movie really well. And as you know, there is nothing more seminal and nothing more cyberpunk than Blade Runner. Is pretty much the movie that defined the cyberpunk aesthetics for ever, I guess. Although I don't know much about it. I just played for like a couple hours, not couple hours, just like 2 minutes, just to put it up. So I don't know nothing about the controls and stuff. So let's check that really quick. Okay. Conversation. This is how you will be answering to everybody. You have polite, you have normal, you have surly, and erratic. I'm gonna stick up with normal for this playthrough. Okay, gameplay. Walk by, left clicking on the ground, or in an exit. Run by, left clicking multiple times. Double click it will be good enough. More clicks will make McCoy run faster. Yeah, he's not Decker. There you go. That's confirmed. He's not Decker. Examine objects and talk to people by left clicking on them. Okay, combat. Enter exit combat mode by right clicking anywhere on the cursor, and the cursor will change when it's near to a shootable target. Fire by left clicking on the target. So it has combat. It does have a combat system. Cannon action. Activate KIA. No, it's not cannon action. It's the terminal, I guess. McCoy's personal information manager by left clicking on him when he does not have his gun drawn. McCoy's money is displayed on the right side. There is a picture of a bullet at the bottom. As McCoy acquires new types of ammunition, more bullets will appear. Select which ammunition McCoy will be using by clicking on the appropriate bullet. So it does have combat. Space combat mode. Enter, skip past current lines of dialogue. Tab, activate Kia Clue database system. Escape game options, online help, F1. It does have online help. And this game is from 1995, so keep that in mind. Save game, load game. I might want to rebind this, but I don't think I can rebuy. I can rebuy a key, so I must be very careful. Crime scene database, suspect database, clue database, quit game. Yeah, I might want, because what happens is they're so close together. If I want to reload or something from a fast, I might hit save or vice versa. So that's why I don't like those being together. Let's save on our game really quick. Oh, so that's the online game. Let's call it Chillstream. I don't think it's actually a long game, so I don't think it will take long to finish it. We might even finish it on one sit. Don't know, not sure. Alright, and if we click on McCoy, we'll open the Kia. Alright. Alright. Can we talk to this guy?
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. The shop's been thrashed. You ought to see this tiger cub they got in there. It's a goddamn tragedy.
How's old man Runsiter holding up?
State of shock. He's been moaning and complaining about his world caving in.
You'd feel the same way if they were your animals. How many perps?
At least 2. Bloody footprints all over the scene.
Must be a delightful sight.
Alright, let's see. This is interactable.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Okay, let's see if we can interact with any more things.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming. Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Let's see what the crow has to.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Okay, let's see.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for 2 very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible
Damn, they
injury
killed
or
the
lameness.
animals.
The other appeared a lot more controlled.
And they left the guy alive. This
Like
freaking
that.
asshole. I don't like him. He was trying to mess up with a girl.
Security camera. It'd be a banner day if it recorded anything before it was shot out. McCoy, LPD.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act.
Ah,
She's
shut
the
up,
young
you
girl
asshole.
who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was 2 men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Okay. And are you gonna tell me that you wanted to abuse a girl? You asshole. Let's see.
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First, I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
Other
Ever do
people,
any business
maybe?
with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I
Tyrell.
resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron coat. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product?
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair.
She's 14? What?
How'd you find her?
Oh my, that made the intro even worse. What the fuck? You freaking pedophile, dude.
As well as any young tot should be treated.
Shut
She got a
up.
desk? Or someplace where she worked?
She used to eat over there. All my animals.
See if you can dig up that reference from Ogilvy's.
Yes, it's somewhere here. Just a moment.
Freaking asshole. So you was 80s a kid? Huh.
Here you are.
Sorry, I'm just drinking my coffee. Because it's gonna be a long night. So we gotta keep the caffeine pumping.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
My precious one.
Alright, this is
My baby.
I gotta confess something. I am not I am also not big into point and click games. The closest thing to a point and click game that I've played is the Walking Dead games by Telltale. So I'm also not part. I also play Green Fandango, made by these same guys. When
A candy bar. Yuck.
when
Well, isn't that cute?
this guy Tim Schafer used to work with this guy. So those are the only two games that I played on this. So I'm not really good at point and click games. So I might need some help once in a while. But yeah. Let's see.
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault. About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair. Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself. Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
I think that's where we need to go next. Let's go. That way it feels like.
Judging from the distance, scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler. I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously. There's
Yeah, because you
not a lot I
wanted
can tell
to abuse of her.
She's
You
only
asshole.
worked for me for a short while. There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for a short while. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
Yeah, 14. Fucking asshole. Alright, so chopsticks. These are
Howie Lee's in
Howie Lee. That's what we're looking for. I think. So we gotta go to Chinatown, I guess.
Stick around. I may not be finished with you.
Okay, let's talk to our partner. I'm into the cop outside.
It
He
didn't
might
add
have
up.
something.
Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Yeah, we know why. Don't need for a genius. Alright, so we gotta go to Chinatown. Well, before we...
Find anything else out here?
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runceter hanging around with a big fat guy last week.
There you go.
Canvass the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Find anything else out here?
This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
I never did appreciate art. Find anything else out here?
Zilcho. Row actions inside. Abstract art. All over the walls and ceiling.
Alright, so I guess next stop is to Chinatown, maybe? Although, I don't know. Oh, okay, actually that's Ghost apartment, police station, animals. There you go. Something I want to point out is the graphics. For the year was made 1995, they look actually really nice. They look a bit about how old Resident Evil games look like, but with better assets, of course.
Soya mixed with off-world lichen. McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Got to mix more out back.
Okay. That guy looks suspicious.
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zuben? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new soup.
What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie. See you later, Howie.
Yeah, that chef looks suspicious. So that's
smart-looking cat.
he's the one we're gonna try to interrogate.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a book. Dynamite dining, old man. Catch you later.
Excuse me, pal.
Okay, we gotta find a way to talk to that chef, because he actually does look a bit suspicious.
Does this mean anything to you? See you later, Howie.
This woman says she saw that kid who worked for Runceler hanging around with a big fat guy last week. This guy lives across the street. Says he heard a crash late last night. Looked out his window and saw a black sedan speeding away from the scene.
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zuben? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new soup.
Yeah, that he looks chubby. He looks big. Works at Howie's. So yeah, he looks suspicious. He's the one I'm going for. But how am I supposed to? What am I supposed to do now? Okay.
McCoy, LPD.
Oh, there you go. I do have a soft spot for
Howie says you're a master chef.
You not come back.
pre-rendered backgrounds like this or Resident Evil.
This'll only take a minute. I'm looking for a girl about 14 years old with pink hair. You seen her?
I don't know her.
Especially back in the day, back in the 90s or early 2000s, having making games, 3D games look really good, depending on pre-rendered graphics. My case, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8, 9, Resident Evil 1, 2, 3. Resident Evil 1 Remake actually has pre-rendered backgrounds, and that hasn't aged a bit. You just can still play and it still looks pretty badass. The only thing is because the type of engine that it does to run this game uses to run on modern computers, it actually doesn't allow to upscale or apply filters or stuff like that. That's why it looks so grainy and dithery. Although it does earn for the add to the charm. And if I was playing a CRT, it probably look better. I'm playing on a flat screen 4K TV, so dude.
Stick around. I might want to talk to you later.
Okay, so what did he say? Let's talk to Howie.
See you later, Howie. Excuse me, pal.
Okay, so now what? Should we get back to the animal place? Okay, now that's different.
Interesting. Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high. I've gotten all I can from that.
Okay, so I don't have anything new here. What am I supposed to do now? Go to the station? Maybe find like a warrant or something to talk to the guy? They freaking nail the look of the movie, like to a T. I'm sorry, that's just a boring name. Alright, let's see if we find something at the station.
Ground floor.
This looks freaking beautiful, man. Limitations bring forth artistry. That transition. If Resident Evil had those transitions,
Bryant go on permanent leave
actually-
and
that
you get
actually
full use of
gives
the
me
office,
ideas.
Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
Okay.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Okay. Actually, the graininess and the lo-fi of the character models make them look better. If they were high res, they'll probably look freaking ugly by today's standards. But with the graininess, it looks kind of good actually. So it looks pretty on its way. I can tell if I play this back on its heyday back in 1999, 1995, I'll be mind blown.
Last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the department.
Okay, so we're supposed to dump stuff here, but what are we supposed to dump? I don't see anything.
Uploading personal clue database.
Oh, there you go. That's what.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay. Now, do we have something here? Nothing yet.
Uploading personal clue database.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was gonna do something different.
Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay, so if I take it, oh, there you
This is
go.
Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for.
Okay.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags, and you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute
well, they are
greatly to
not.
the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no? Recording off.
Okay, I don't want to sound like an asshole because I normally I am on the side of the replicants when it comes to the universe of Blade Runner and artificial life forms. Artificial means I won't, because that's gonna be against what I'm gonna say, but I don't think they're alive.
Describe them to me again.
So they shouldn't have the same rights. The same rights as living beings.
And that friend of his, a slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
And by that I don't mean them not having rights. They should have proper rights for what they are, because there's a lot of things that they cannot do, or they cannot be accountable for. For example, regardless, they are still subject to the, regardless of anything, they are still subject to their programming. And but of course that's a worthless discussion to have right now, because this is pretty much what this movie this series predicates, and
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy,
there is no definitive answer.
finally let you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guza was gonna requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guza could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked mice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy. You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Okay. This is what I'm telling you guys. I'm not normally not good at this type of game, so I'm sorry if I get lost.
Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze
I'll try to
these
make it
days,
interesting,
even though
though.
she'd already gotten close to a perfect score. Lucky Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
Can I get to that training maze? It looks interesting. No, I don't think I can. Oh, wait. There's something here. Let's see.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Oh. Just junk.
Laboratory. Mainframe laboratory.
Okay, by the way, Happy New Year to everybody. I forgot it was New
Got
Year.
anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitas, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
And they're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
The dialogue is actually really good.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinning drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Okay.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcitas is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
It's okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Alright, so we got all of our things.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Then he mentioned butcher knife. I mean,
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car. The angle of impact was almost head-on, and there ain't too many spinning drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
It does. Everything points that the guy was the guy at the restaurant was involved in the crime. But also one other thing, the freaking animal seller was selling counterfeits. Okay, just give me 1 second. Hold on. Alright, back. Okay. Who this guy?
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
I don't even know who you are. Oh yeah, he's the replicant guy, huh? The
You're Spencer
replicant rights
Gregorian,
guy.
right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seem to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, Detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh? I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir. We're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk.
Yeah, the thing is that McCoy is a Blade Runner, so he knows what he has those type of biases. But again, I am not against androids having rights. They should, but they should not be treated as living organisms because they're not, and they have a different ethics code and stuff like that. And it's not like they just want to live a peaceful life. It's like they're synthetic. It's like giving rights to your I don't know, to your car or your computer, if that makes any sense.
I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Oh, nice. We're gonna do Blade running. Let's see. How does this work? How does this work?
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tried to help him, of course. Buy him dinner or take him to a shelter.
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
Hazing's illegal.
Oh yeah, you're really worried about breaking the law. Wonder why I'm the one on this side of the bars.
Civil disobedience has a long history in our world.
So does genocide, but I ain't out butchering my neighbors.
He had an emotional response.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
Appropriate. For a killer.
Okay, so we do have...
Describe in single words only the good things that come into your mind about your mother.
Patient, brave, loving.
You're crying. Why is that?
Crying? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I might cry for any number of reasons.
I'll bet. You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
That's illegal, isn't it? I'd mention it to the secretary.
Yeah, he's human, I think.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you down into the mud. Using a butcher knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
My God. You know, I actually feel sorry for you, Detective McCoy. The lack of empathy. Have you ever taken this test?
I don't need to. I know what I am.
So do I.
You're watching an old movie.
Oh man, he's so badass.
In progress. The guests are enjoying raw oysters. The entree consists of boiled dog.
And this test is supposed to determine if the
he's
subject
human.
is a replicant?
Yeah, he's human.
Is that an answer?
Even a replicant would react to these questions.
Yes, but slowly and not as strongly.
Alright. What else can we click here? Oh man, this is so badass.
Test terminated.
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
Yeah, that was so cool. I always wanted to do that.
You
That's
keeping
so
busy,
badass.
pal?
Yeah, he's
Leave me
human.
alone.
He's not a
My
replicant.
migraine's acting up.
He's not a replicant, he's a human. Let's see, did we get anything for that? Okay, it seems that we did
Hey,
not.
pal.
Do we have anything else? No, nothing else. That was really cool. I always wanted to do that. Alright, so... Oh no, I went the wrong way. Still I don't know what to do next. The world is our oyster, I guess. Are we? Alright, alright, so what are we doing next? Let's go to our apartment. We might have some like a ledger or something that might let us go over our clues or something. I know the chef at the diner is involved, but I don't know how can I bring him in, bring him in for questioning. So we do have shooting. Look, I mean nothing shootable here, but we do have combat, or at least shooting. I don't know how much combat it has.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen.
Hey.
She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.
Yeah, speaking of doggies, I let my doggy out of the room today. Everybody else is here at the house, so she's not alone.
Who's the best dog in the whole world?
This looks important, but I don't have anything to interact with. Wait.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time. Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Man, it's old, but I freaking...
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
I grew up playing. I grew up during the 90s, so to me, I know it's grainy and whatnot, and probably like graphics nowadays are of course much better. But at least to me, especially just thinking back at those days, this would be so mind blowing, man. The art, from the art style to the fidelity of the graphics for a 95 game, it looks pretty badass, man. I love the look. Oh, yeah, it was outside, let's see. And again, one of the things that make it, look at those transitions. And the music. It is, I don't think it's Vangelis, but it is really close. It sounds really close to the real thing.
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Oh my god, the freaking soundtrack. Oh gosh. Nah, that was good. The only thing so far, I don't know, I just think it's just they inherit, not flaws, because people who like and enjoy this type of games, they have no problems. But yeah, I'm just extremely new to point and click games. So, but so far it's worth the hype. Worth the hype. It might be the game that gets me to play more point and click games. Can we get back to this guy and just tell him that he was an asshole and he lied to us about the animals? So what else could he be lying about? Okay. No, I don't think we can get back in.
I've gotten all I can from that.
Well, the guy lied to us. Okay, we should find any way to. I know the chef guy is involved, but I really need to figure out how to bring him in.
See you later, Howie. There's a test I'd like you to take.
There you
It
go.
won't take too long.
Test? What kind of test?
Kind of a personality test. Totally routine.
Routine?
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah, he was a replicant. You gave yourself away, dumbass. No, I'm not gonna shoot him. Okay, McCoy, let's go get him. But look at those backgrounds, man.
Locked.
Oh shit. This is where the Esco is gonna be. I'm not gonna shoot that innocent guy. Let me just save. Yeah. Oh shit, it was our guy, wasn't it? Okay.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high. Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't.
Yeah, I feel that I messed up. I think we should have shot the guy. Probably. Let's see if Howie has the means to get into the...
See you later, Howie.
No. Let's get more aggressive. Nah, normal's fine. Okay, we gotta run this through the mainframe again. I hope that doesn't make the guy go away. Okay. Mainframe.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Nothing showing here yet. Okay, let's talk to the lab guy.
Laboratory.
He might have some answers about that plate that we just uploaded.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Shit. Not yet. No. Okay, so the answers are here on Chinatown. Then we should find a way to get on that room. I think the guy is, or Perp is hidden there. Let's blade run. Is it? There's nothing here. Nothing here. Those transitions are really good. That's probably something that a PlayStation could not do back in the day. If not, I'm pretty sure Capcom would have used them for Resident Evil. But they're really badass, man.
Totally uninteresting.
They would have made the game age much better. Actually, that's what they used on Code Veronica. Code Veronica has those transitions, but it has real time. Real time. I mean, the full. It is full 3D.
Locked.
What if I shut?
Locked.
Oh man.
Locked.
Okay. Okay, we're back. We're back at square one. Don't tell me we should have shot the guy.
Are you taking any drugs? Excuse me, pal. See you later, Howie.
Yeah, right now I just need to find out what to do next. So.
Interesting.
Ah, we can get back in. I knew it. There should be...
Security camera. It'd be a banner day if it recorded anything before it was shot out.
Let's see if we can find anything else here.
Well, isn't that cute?
Yeah, that's true. We got everything we can from there. Then police station? Probably talking to a chief or something?
Ground floor. Lockout.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Yeah, chief is not. Doesn't have anything for us.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Laboratory.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Laboratory. Roof.
Yeah, we're stuck in a rut right now. My apartment? I don't think that's gonna hold any clues, but let's see if it can help me move forward. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit. Whoa, yo. What the fuck? And somebody's what? Dude. I what? Does have action combat. That's good.
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Wow.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s. So don't take too much slack.
Gotcha. Yuck. Yuck.
What yuck? What the fuck, dude? You gotta check on him.
Yuck.
Your floor number, please. Your floor number, please.
Roof.
I cannot check on him. What am I gonna do with the body though?
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
Now,
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
okay, let's get back to the left. Probably they're gonna have something because they already retired the courts.
Laboratory.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Okay. Oh, I think we have something here now. No, nothing yet.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay. What about Chinatown then? Where are we supposed to go sleep?
See you later, Howie.
Nothing here of notice. Hmm. Oh. There's a... Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Oh man. If I knew that. I mean, it's not a big deal though, but yeah.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was gonna root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Oh, there you go. That's new. Okay, let's see. Oh, look at this. Ah, man. It's again back at Howie's. But look at these freaking render backgrounds, man. You gotta admit,
Totally uninteresting.
render backgrounds are just the best.
Totally uninteresting.
I just want to check my enter button. Could it be open now?
Locked.
Oh, still locked. Okay, so my apartment will be? Unless there is another new. Oh, there you go. This is new.
Yuck.
Oh man. Don't tease me like that. I mean, common sense dictates that my apartment will have the next step, since that's. But it was random that the other guy showed up. I mean, about the replicant, it was. I mean, it does make sense that he followed me because he was threatened. So it is just. It makes sense that he would follow me and try to kill me. But the other guy just showed up. Do they show up every time that you kill someone?
Your floor number, please.
That's how it works.
88F.
Anytime I fight someone and kill someone, do they show up to ensure I did not retire a human? Hey, what up, dude? That's great because you can actually help me. Hey, by the way, happy New Year, happy New Year, my brother,
Here
and
you go,
welcome to the
baby.
stream.
Dinner time.
Yeah, you can help me out, man, cause I'm freaking lost. I'm not good at point and click games, as you know. So it'll be badass if you can point me out at places. Oh, there you go. I knew it was only natural that
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
did I get anything for this interaction with my brain? Nothing.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards.
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Doesn't Koi has a vibe of
Got your delivery here, man.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Right. Hold on.
That's another victim.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy. How about turning that dial, okay? When I say... Oh!
Just imagine having anti-grav
When you control your rock.
rooms in 2019, and I totally didn't want to see that.
It's going good at Tyrell Corporation.
Boring.
We know we're
Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner.
we know we have a Rastafarian.
You also do outside work.
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand the code, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works.
Only simulator. Extraterrestrial gravity.
1 more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the true light building.
There you go. That's our mad bomber.
I swear, I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
Is this guy replacing Roy, or playing the same role as Roy on the movie?
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package, man.
No, please don't.
Pick up.
Hope you aren't camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry, I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break-in. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciter deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Yeah, it is not, of course, the plot of the movie. but it follows it very close. Because the things that are happening are pretty much the same thing that happened in the movie. So pretty much what I can say is they based it on the novel. I mean the short story that the movie is based on. And that guy, okay, hold on. Ranchers animals. Oh, this is where we were. So we gotta go to Tyrell now. Man, that's badass. That looks really cool. By the way, Blade Runner 2049.
McCoy, LPD.
Best movie of last year. Loved it.
Grab test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
Well, the guy was packing a bomb packing hit, dude.
Yes, sir.
He's a freaking replicant you guys made. If he was Tyrell from 2049, I mean, he wouldn't get past him. Like, not a freaking all, man. Here, yeah.
Jesus.
Holy snap. Jesus, indeed.
I've seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Oh,
a
gosh.
takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Kingston, does it have to be more Rastafarian?
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Oh, his dog's name is Maggie, just like my dog. Oh, that's really nice.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Oh, that's nice. It's the same name as my dog. Now I feel completely related to the character.
Tell me.
Absolutely.
Immersion level 110%. BR level of immersion.
Disgusting.
Speaking of, yesterday I was playing some Beat Saber on PC, and I got to play that the toss your coin from the Witcher movie. It's freaking funny.
The wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
Okay, we gotta watch this somewhere. Okay, before we go chase him, we're gonna go watch that. I bet that should be at the police office. Now, we might be able to use the Esper machine now.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the moon bus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó đó?
Sau này chị sẽ quay những cái gì ạ?
Ông đó đang nhìn. Xin hỏi cái chỗ cảnh sát ở đâu ạ?
You friendly with Eisenhower?
Most of the employees they see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduler, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Okay, before I go, I just wanna interrogate
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he did not. The forensics guy. Okay. Let's get back to the police station.
Mainframe and shooting range.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then?
Uploading personal clue database.
I mean, we already watched it, of course, because he was. I'm pretty sure it's that.
Clue database transfer complete.
Is that cinematic we watch during the dream sequence? But
Scanning video disk.
there you
One
go.
enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grab Test Lab.
Yeah.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
What type of workplace is Tyrell's anyway? That people can just dress like that to work.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
The the gun. This box.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
Although we had already collected that from the place itself. What else? The guy was packing a there you go. Let's see, can we? No.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
What happened? We talked to this guy.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah,
Same.
the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Okay, let's go to the lab. They probably have something for us there.
Roof.
And no. What? No, 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 what the fuck? Oh, why did I even pull the gun?
Hey, pal.
I think our next thing will be to figure out where Kingston takeaway is.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You'd be amazed at how accommodating a man can be after his hemorrhoids get lanced. You really been surprising the troops around here, kid. Gaff says you worked at retirement like a champ.
Just doing the job.
Yeah, well, don't get too cocky. Those sixes can be damn unpredictable.
That I know.
Payments is wiring the advance to your account as we speak.
How much?
Couple hundred chinian. Enough to buy a sandwich or two. We gotta hold back the rest until the lab does the autopsy. Paperwork, you know. Shouldn't take more than a couple of days.
So, the check's in the mail.
Hey, don't worry. The boys upstairs want to keep our best and brightest happy. Any idea what you want to spend it on?
I was thinking maybe a companion for my animal at home.
Forget that. Buy yourself something nice. Once you start carving up that juicy bacon, kid, the taste never goes away. The great things in life, believe me, you'll just be wanting more and more.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Alright, so I got money for killing that guy, for killing Suban. Good. Although it's not available right now, because the autopsies, of course. Do we have something there? No, still same guy. What? Are you still trapped? Dude,
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone.
They should take him off lockup. He's been already there for like how long? Okay. What's next though? Oh, there you go. We have a new place. Animal row.
You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No, thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
Cheap.
This place has more place to explore. But again, just look at those pre-rendered backgrounds, man. They look so freaking beautiful. Look at this.
Excuse me, pal.
Two minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Izo.
Ever see this piece? Real elite stuff.
If it truly belongs to the elite, it won't show up around here. That's a white market item.
What do you mean, white market?
When something is so valuable, it's sold so fast that it's never even seen on the street. That's the white market. If this piece is real, it could only belong to the wife of a very rich man.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
I should run a VK test on you and see if you are not a undercover replicant. That's what I should do.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
LAPD, maybe?
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one. Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Hey, that makes it two. Okay.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoy Row. Kingston Kitchens, where have I heard that before?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduler, he almost never left his lab. I think it had something to do with the air outside. And the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
In a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up with my own. You know the moon bus massacre that went down last month? The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth, and one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
You know what? I haven't saved in a while. Okay, good. Good, it has autosave.
I need to ask you.
Oh, okay.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special.
Hey, Mama.
Put a glow in your cheek.
You might know something about something.
Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions, they always need answers.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
That stew's looking tasty.
Fix your right up. Only dirty ginion. It put a spring in your step, man. The ladies, they be loving you.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
You send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. Thanks for your time.
Okay. So this was a red herring. Red herring. It was worth checking though. Let's see, it's gonna take me back. Yeah. Interesting.
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. State item. And most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker Circle. Might want to try for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon. Handsome man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic.
my dog.
What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
My doggy.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
It's kind of ugly, but you talk me into it. You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
I hope I don't get scammed or something.
Might I interest you in a snake lover one?
Not today, thanks. I need to ask you...
Certainly the LPD must have better things to do than to question a humble merchant over and over again about the same things. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow?
Bob?
He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, number one, insane. He takes peculiar pleasure in agitating all the vendors around here. I cannot even go out for a shisto without worrying whether Bob is going to sabotage my snakes.
Okay, that's a nice side case, I guess. Where's this Bob?
Does this badge mean anything to you?
Hey dude, don't be an asshole. Here's this, Bob. It wasn't even that far from here. Let's see. Okay,
That
you.
45 blaster under your coat, or you're just happy to be here?
Okay, you, Bob. Why
You
do you
got
have
good
a
eyes.
fucking
They
turret
ought to
pointing
be.
at
They're
me?
the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh?
A Blade
How come
Runner.
I never heard of you.
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davey Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davey like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon. Jesus. I hear you've been waving guns around on Anemoid Row.
Who's been telling you that crap? That lying Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Hassan?
That's the one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan.
Oh.
And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I
What?
brought down a shitload of Chinyan. Son of a
What
bitch
the
wouldn't
fucking
give me a
asshole?
refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
I'm sorry,
Sometimes
Hassan.
you just gotta be
Bob.
philosophical about these things.
I
That's
think you.
exactly
I
what
think
my
Bob.
wife says.
Bob has a point here, man.
I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes too. It's a dangerous business.
Okay, let's save, because I haven't saved in a while. Yes. I'm sorry, my friend. You got caught. You got caught cheating on a freaking mentally unstable gunship owner. That just
Thanks for your
did it.
time.
Oh man. Well, that didn't take me anywhere, but yeah, man, fucked up. Let's see. This is gonna take us back to the alley. Yeah, it took us back to the alley. Let's see. If there's anything more of notice around here. Ah, there you go. There's another exit. Really? He just took us back to. Ah, man. This is. Well, at least we're getting around the city.
I've gotten all I can from that. Locked.
Oh yeah, it's already over. Okay, so did we accomplish anything? Let's... No, nothing new.
Excuse me.
Let's see, just before we go back to the station.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if they already have the results of the autopsy.
Ground floor.
No, that's not where I wanted to go. First, let's upload everything we learned.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Okay, nothing available yet, so back to the apartment then. Probably just passing time will help us get some info from the jewelry seller. Come on, McCoy. Move faster, dude.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
88F. Elevator lady. Hey, doggy.
Good doggy. Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Yes.
No messages. I'm in demand. The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Okay, that was new. Where did I get that dog color though? No.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city. The so
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Okay, past time. That's probably gonna help us with the jewelry lady.
No messages. I'm in demand.
Dude, you're in the middle of a case. Doggy food first.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Alright, time to go.
Your floor number, please.
Let's go ground floor. Just in case we're missing something. Let's hope not. Yeah, see? There is a new exit point. Oh, nice. I can actually walk to the police station? But these freaking render background sign they look good. Hey, look. Really beautiful. Yeah, we can walk up to the police station just like that. And this here looks really badass. I mean, nowadays, I think we have enough processing power not to make pre-rendered backgrounds anymore. And they will still look pretty.
Your floor number, please.
But man, that's an art that's already lost. Lost to the 2000s. Once everybody have, but again, we have like the Resident Evil 1 remake that still holds up really, really well. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't compare to the Resident Evil 2 remake. Of course, it doesn't compare to the to the RE engine, but man, the RE1, I invite you guys to play it. It still holds up really well, and mostly because of those pre-rendered backgrounds. Because they use most of the processing power of the GameCube to actually work on the character models. So.
Business slow today, but tonight my people bring over baby barracudas.
Ooh, baby barracudas, huh? All right. Let's see.
Ray McCoy, Rep D-Tech.
That was the weirdest flex.
Thanks for your time.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend is asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
It is already later, lady. Come on, this is an important thing. We have a murderous rep on the loose. We gotta catch him, or more people might end up dead.
Jesus.
Bob, do you know something?
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Void Comp? You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Alright. Alright. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax. A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
For your anniversary, your spouse gives you a real goldfish.
I want a hamster.
Well, it's a fish.
She better damn well get me what I want.
You're crying. Why is that?
What kind of candy-ass question is that?
It's meant to provoke a reaction.
Reaction, huh? Well, I ain't crying. Next question.
You're visiting the dentist. At the receptionist's desk is a huge bowl of fresh-cut flowers.
Flowers? So what?
It's illegal to pick them. Flowers aren't like soya. They're endangered. They need sunlight, fresh air.
They ain't gonna get it around here. I think they're all gone anyway. You seen a single goddamn flower in the last 10 years?
Yeah. Once. A teacher calls you stupid in front of the rest of the class.
Yeah, I remember that. Bitch.
Your child comes home with a black eye.
The edge of honor. He's a good kid. Everyone's got to get bloodied sometimes.
Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
That's supposed to scare me?
Not scare, just shock. Provoke a reaction.
I heard worse in the wars. Hell, I done worse.
Nah, they didn't do anything.
You're at a restaurant with friends.
This guy's a tough to
One
crack.
of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
I kicked the crap out of the sicko.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints.
I'm not much for art.
A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd burn it. Burn the whole damn place to the ground.
Okay.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I don't know. I busted up a guy's face once. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks. I meant to kill him, so that was kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, this guy is a tough.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
Yeah, I wouldn't shoot at him with a freaking
You got any decent
turret
ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? Because I know them police issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it. Thanks for your time. Jesus. Thanks for your time.
I still don't get the hang of how the VK test. How if I spot a replicant, what am I supposed to do? Is this a new entry point? Oh no, he's back to the. Let's see. Probably that trigger.
You hear
New dialogue
anything
with
yet
this
about
lady.
that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor.
No, no.
My friend, if you come back later.
The shit.
Excuse me, pal.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one. Pour me one.
Just one?
I should VK him.
One, but one good one.
Realize he's a replicant and just shoot at him.
Thanks for your time.
Okay, so nothing happened now. Now what? Should we return to Tyrell? Might we find something there? Let's see.
Messy up there, isn't it?
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
They didn't remove the body? Oh, really?
Disgusting.
Yeah, agree. What the fuck is that? They should have removed the body already. Unless it's like Tyrell's policy or something like that. The hell? Yeah, don't remove the body. We want him to rot there. It's a zero G environment. Well, we didn't accomplish anything here. So what's next? Okay, we lose nothing. There is. I see fewer people and I see new faces.
McCoy, LPD.
Okay.
Locked.
Yeah, there's nothing new here, and Howie's not even here anymore. So now what? Laps again? Oh, I messed up. I haven't talked to the chief in a little bit, so he might have the next step to follow. Let's upload.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
No. Okay. What if we find something here? Let's just double check. We might be missing some clues. There you go.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
We already had that. This picture might already have everything we wanted.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Yeah, we already figured that out, but we didn't get anything worthwhile from that place. I mean, man boobs. Yeah, I think that's all we can get from this picture. Nothing more. Let's see if the lab has already anything for us.
Laboratory.
No, no stuff from the lab yet.
Roof.
Let's talk to the chief. What? Even the chief abandoned me? No. This is a sad day indeed. I am ashamed for the police department. Let's save. Okay, so we have already visited everywhere. I'm stuck.
Your floor number, please.
Sorry guys, I was answering a message.
McCoy, 88F.
And I'm gonna cheat a little. I'll need to pull up a walkthrough. And yeah, that kind of sucks, but as I mentioned, I'm extremely new to point and click games. This is probably the second one I played, so I really don't want to. I really don't want to waste everybody's time.
Dinner time.
Although I'm liking the game, I am just again extremely new to this type of games, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It is. I mean, I'm biased because I love Blade Runner. Blade Runner is probably my favorite movie ever. It is actually. I wouldn't even say it's close to, but it is my favorite movie.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then? We spoke to the governor just before his weekly meeting with the city council.
Our studies have shown that the kipple's effect upon Los Angeles is minor. The radiation and toxic waste is contained in relatively small pockets, all miles distant from the city center. Nevertheless, Cleaning things up out there is a worthwhile goal, especially with the thousands of specials living on the city fringes. For now, all I can say is that we're looking at several options, and I'm sure everyone will be pleasantly surprised by our final proposal.
No messages. I'm in demand.
I really wish and I wouldn't call it like a negative nitpick, just something that I could have, that I like if it happened more often. Having more of this music than just normal navigation. Let's see if we find something interesting. We know this takes us to the police station, but nothing more. Okay. Okay.
Your floor number, please.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Yeah, we still have nothing.
Tôi rất mong anh nào nhanh.
Okay. I quote unquote figure out what to do. Again, I cheated. I'm looking up a walkthrough. Sorry, guys. Normally I don't play with walkers, you know that.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah,
I messed
suicidal
up,
targets
kind
would
of.
make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
There is like a gun sorter here that I can pick up, but I messed up, I think.
The dog collar has a name on it. The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Okay, but I found something out now. Okay, we gotta get back to the Tyrell because there's a bunch of things that I missed. Yeah, and there's one more. Yeah, there's a bunch of things that I missed. Okay, let's get back to Tyrell's because we need to pick up more clues that we're missing. I already messed up on the previous chapter though. I was supposed to find more clues about the perps, and I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't mess up the chapter because I did retire the replicant, but
Messy up there, isn't it?
but yeah, there was way more things that I was supposed to do. But oh well, that's fine. I can replay it later. We're supposed to have some stuff here.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed. Not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates? Eisenduller had used his dog's name as a password. The Tyrell brass wouldn't be too happy if they knew I was snagging a copy of their files, but someone had wanted them bad enough to kill Eisenduller, so I figured they must be worth having. Nothing. Nothing.
Okay, see? I was missing something there.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed. Not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
That's a white market item. When something is so valuable, it's sold so fast that it's never even seen on the street. If this piece is real, it could only belong to the wife of a very rich man. If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
There you go.
Why aren't you out arresting criminals like that disreputable Bob fellow? He owns the armament shop up the street. He's insane, number one, insane.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't advance the event with the lady, because we didn't have the earring itself. Okay. We did miss an event. Yeah, we did miss a random event, so we're gonna get one of the bad endings already, which is fine. That will give me more incentive to play again later.
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendoller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security is tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendoller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay, we did accomplish something. Okay, we can actually we should be able to request an appointment to meet Tyrell. How? I gotta talk to someone here, but I don't know exactly who. He's not the boss though, because we already tried, and missing those items should not have stopped us from requesting the appointment. What we did miss though.
Get out of here before I throw my desk at you.
Is that we need him not to be in the office to pick up these and get better weapons.
The goons over at the Tyrell building wouldn't let me talk to their boss.
Oh, there you go.
You can set up a meeting.
Anyone else in that whole company who knows anything?
You and I both know it's a one-man show over there.
I'll give it a try, kid. I'll have to pull some strings, so don't go in there half-assed. Make sure you got some legit questions for the resident genius.
Appreciate it, Lieutenant. Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Okay. All right, so we got our meeting secure. Now,
mainframe and shooting range.
This
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
That's fast.
Clue database transfer complete.
Okay, before we jump back into them.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland. Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. A state item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection. You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to try for this.
Okay. Let's see. There's one more clue that we need to get from this guy, from the picture.
Tyrell Grab Test Lab.
Okay, we got the dog's head, we got the guy's face. We need his left hand. I was actually kind of doing it right.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
This is what we're looking for. There you go.
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
Well, we got the bomb model now. Nice. Thank you.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Okay, let's see if the chief is not there, so we can pick up that requisition order. Yeah, in fact, it does follow the same flow as the movie a little bit, because we got like the two that one guy killed, and we have I mean the animal attack, then we have the this one.
We get a new weapons shipment?
Then we got the Tyrell employee killed. Then the Tyrell employee I mean the interview with Tyrell himself. We might, if we meet a hot assistant there, then pretty much we just going to follow the movie plot to a bit. Yeah, just know what I want.
That weapon shipment just came in. You got the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
We get a new weapons shipment?
Yeah, Guzza requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah.
There you go. That's how you equip new weapons or new bullets. All right, sweet. Let's keep going. Now we can go visit Tyrell. Yep, told you. Told you.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Told you.
The owl or the view?
Both.
The view's amazing. The owl, well, artificial things never did that much for me.
It's a flawless replica. We used a real one as a model.
Owls are extinct. Who told you the model was real?
Dr. Tyrell?
He's wrong, or lying. Check your Sydneys.
Eldon wouldn't make up something like that.
You're Tyrell's assistant?
Yes, I'm Rachel. Dr. Tyrell is very busy. I'm fully familiar with all Tyrell operations.
He does know I'm a cop, right? Blade Runner unit?
Dr. Tyrell has already met with one Blade Runner today and has important business to attend to. Your department should coordinate its efforts better.
Yeah, but...
You may speak to me or you may leave. I can't offer you any other choices.
Fair enough. I wanted to ask about Marcus Eisenduller.
I can't tell you who killed him if that's what you're asking.
We've already got a suspect. What I want to know is why the killer would be interested in replicant DNA information.
That's a stupid question.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Your suspect is obviously a replicant, a very dangerous one.
I thought replicants were safe, more human than human. Isn't Dr. Tyrell pushing to make it legal to use rep labor to clean up the kipple?
Are we here to discuss corporate policy or Marcus Eisenduller's murder?
A little of both. You heard about the moon bus hijacking? Yeah, I guess you would have. 50 people dead.
You can't blame...
I'm surprised you aren't out doing spin control. The public gets nervous when your pets wander around the city without a leash.
Replicants aren't pets.
Right. Pets live longer and don't go around killing people.
Okay.
There are safeguards in the design.
Yeah, I've seen the data. Implanted memories, a 4-year lifespan. I'd probably get a little crazy too, but I don't think I'd start killing people.
Wouldn't you?
How do you know you're...
As
you're
I
a human?
explained to Mr. Deckard earlier, I've given the Nexus 6 model a past. I've given it the purity and innocence of childhood. And all the joy and despair that comes with a real existence.
So this happened in parallel to the
That's
movie.
hardly a death sentence. That's life.
I thought you weren't meeting with any more Blade Runners
Then
today.
I will not...
Well, I decided to make an exception. Mr. McCoy, isn't it?
Then I won't be...
You do understand the need for the Nexus 6 to have an identity.
I might not be... I might not
Not
investigate
really. No. I do see why
the
a
spoiler
replicant who has
kill.
an identity would want to steal Eisenduller's files.
Because Deckard will be
Please,
investigating that
enlighten
one.
me.
They want more life.
They're wasting their time.
They're gonna come for you, just like they came for Eisenduller.
I have nothing to fear from any of my children. I tell them all exactly what I told you. Have I given you what you came here for?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Then if you'll excuse me, I have a stockholder meeting to attend.
Let's see.
What I want to know is why the killer would be interested in replicant DNA information.
That's a stupid question.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Your suspect is obviously a replicant, a very dangerous one.
As I explained to Mr. Deckard earlier, I've given the Nexus 6 model a past. I've given it the purity and innocence of childhood, and all the joy and despair that comes with a real existence. That's hardly a death sentence. That's life.
All right. Yeah, so it's happening parallel to the movie. Okay, now we should be able to advance a little bit further. Now we have the earring and more data.
Anything unusual happening down here?
Business slow today. But tonight my people bring over baby barracudas. They're very cute. You should buy it.
I'll pass.
Oh, this is interactable.
Senor, you're poisoned.
Scorpions?
See? Finest quality. Perhaps you purchased one?
I don't think so. They're beautiful, though. Never seen one before.
Oh, deadly too, senor.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Okay, never mind, nothing else happened.
Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon. Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
يعني قاعد يحكي أي ساعة بيكون هناك؟
Thanks for your time.
بعدين معاها.
Does this badge mean anything to you?
An asshole.
أي ساعة بيكون هناك؟ وهي يعني لكن ما يصير وين قاعد فيها؟ المركز وين؟ الزلمة هذا شلون بتطلع؟
Cái đồ ăn ở đó
Thanks for your time.
We might have messed up. We might have messed up actually.
Will McCoy, Rep Detect. You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable
Never mind.
and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
Ah, they were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood. And that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million. Ever consort with a group called CARS? C-A-R-S?
CARS. What is that?
Citizens Against Replicant Slavery.
I don't have time for such pursuits.
How about Spencer Gregorian?
The same goes for him, whoever he is.
Funny, because he described you to a T. Even down to that stupid little ponytail you got.
It's called a trauma.
What would you say if I told you Gregorian named you as one of the people who was there when the Tyrell building blew up?
There's a mistake somewhere along the chain of communication.
So, you're denying all involvement?
I won't lie to you, Detective. There was a time in my life when I might have been involved with such an organization. I actually cared. But now, all I care about is my business. I am nothing but a humble salesman. Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item.
There you go.
Whole families sat for portraits.
There you go. This is the band we needed to trigger.
Have you ever seen this?
This is the event that we needed to trigger.
Lock.
No, so you've been dealing with weapons. This is what you didn't want us to come here, you asshole. This is getting fishier and
rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives,
off-war
modern rifles, even
rifles.
some police issue restricted weaponry.
Yeah, this
There
guy-
wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
That's what I was about to say. Not exactly with those words, but yeah, this guy is involved with cars. That's why he got all riled up when we asked him about the movement. He's not a replicant though. At least I don't think so. Let's just get our weapon because it might get ugly. But look at this freaking pre-render background. It does look kind of 90s.
That's impossible.
Okay, so can we shoot it? Okay, let's see if we find something here. Oh, there you go. Okay, that sounded creepy. Okay. That kind of doesn't make sense.
That's impossible.
Okay.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình. Ông đó đang nhìn mình. Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Ow! Damn it.
Oh no! I warned you, senor. You will surely die.
Oh
But
my
you're
god.
still standing. The poison, it acts very quickly.
I am going to die.
If you are not dead already, you will live.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Hold it! No, wait!
You blew your retirement loop this time, Slim.
What are you doing here?
Tracking this piece of shit. What are you doing here besides putting your nuts on the chopping block?
Investigating Ezo. Maybe we should compare notes.
Maybe you should find another line of work. Just in case I'm not around to bail you out next time. I'll wait for your uniforms. Why don't you grab yourself a slice of quiche or something? And pick up a bottle of scotch for the real Blade Runner, will ya? Just kidding, Slim.
Xin hỏi cái chỗ cảnh sát ở đâu ạ?
Hey.
Been pretty busy, haven't you,
Ông
Slim?
đó đang nhìn mình.
Yeah, the guy was not a replicant, but yeah, I killed him, and I didn't need to kill him. Oh well, that was I acted too fast.
Ông đó đang nhìn mình.
Sorry for that. Sorry for that.
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó?
Tôi chỉ phải đào tạo.
Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất
Sao mấy chị
ngon.
quay
Mấy
em
giờ
gạch
tôi
vậy?
phải tới đó?
يعني هذا أصلا بتطلع. يعني جاري بحكي بعدين مع.
Nothing more to find.
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó đó? Tôi rất mong anh ra nào nhanh.
هي العملات 16. المركز وين؟
Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon.
I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's Circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Ezo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
So that's our next location. Yeah, I kind of messed up. I killed these, so I shouldn't have killed him. But oh well. What can I do?
What you do, huh?
What you do?
Excuse me.
Deliveries to rare.
LPD, I got a couple of questions.
You wait. You no take up time. Busy.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead.
Okay, we talk. Quick, talk. What you want?
You were close to Eisendaler?
Eisendaler? No time for him. No go to lab. Eisendaler test off-world gravity to work important organs. Visual center, you see?
Marcus is dead.
To work hard all night, all day. No stop, no break, no OT.
Did you hear me?
Of course I hear you. You think I'm deaf? Your time more important, man. Eisendaler dead. Miraji may be dead. You out chasing skirts.
Miraji?
You eat supper with Miraji every night, no fail. Sometimes Chinese, sometimes Indian, sometimes home cooked. Sometimes we go up and eat.
Oh, that weird guy.
Miraji didn't show. Did you call him?
Hey, call. I knocked. 10 minutes ago. Door locked. No answer. Where you come from, huh?
What?
Nothing.
What if I
Tell me
PK
this.
you?
Hey, wait. LPD, you there for something, huh? LPD? I'm very busy. Eyes won't wait for nothing.
Tell me this.
Hey, wait. LPD, you there for something, huh? LPD, I'm very busy.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
And we give
Of
them.
course I hear you. You think I'm deaf? Your time more important, man. Eisendaler dead. Miraji may be dead. You out chasing skirts. You eat supper.
Okay, now we gotta look that Miraji guy.
Hey, pal.
What's shaking, baby? Haven't I seen you around these parts before?
Could be. I get around.
You ever get down to Nightclub Row, you ought to check out my act. I'm just warming up the room, but it's...
That's the guy we found at the Chinese
kind of stuff
restaurant.
do you do?
And the first case.
You kidding, baby? I do it all! I am the direct extension of Frankie, Sammy D, and Dino Martini.
Who?
Man, you really must be dozing in Squaresville if you're asking who the voice is. You know, old Blue Eyes. The chairman of the board? Sinatra, man.
The guy's been dead for 20 years.
Well, you're gonna remember the name Gordo Frizz just like old Blue Eyes. I ain't done the Marquis of Early's just yet, but it's coming, I promise you.
Alright, Gordon. Nice talking to you, buddy. Once you become famous, I'll drop your name. Thermo design.
What's going on? Who did this?
Help me, sir. Please, help me. It is going to blow.
Okay. Okay, I really don't want to mess this up, so... What? Oh shit! We did mess this up. We blew up. Okay, hold on. Before we continue... Okay. Yeah, we have very, very little time to maneuver. Because I shoot it?
Wait, maybe I can disarm it.
No! There is no time! And he said, if you touch it...
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we're gonna lose this location. I don't have enough time to do anything here. I'm sorry, dude. Did we get killed anyways? What? Oh shit. Don't tell me. Okay,
How'd you feel about taking a little test?
Oh man, no.
You come into my shop?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You said
I messed up.
Reaction time is a factor in this. Where do you live?
Downtown.
Hey, this is just... Yeah? Yeah, it was touch and go there.
Well, you try to get...
Oh fuck. I think I'm toasted. Or not. Oh, okay. We kinda made it, but now it's all messed up. We won't
It was
be able...
something you didn't see too often. A precise, shaped explosion fashioned for minimum collateral damage. The son of a bitch was a pro. Someone with real munitions expertise. And that expertise could only come with extensive, on-the-job, off-world training.
Like from a replicant.
Locked. No way through here. Locked. No way through here.
Okay.
It was something you didn't see too often. A precise, shaped explosion fashioned for minimum collateral damage. The son of a bitch was a pro. Someone with real munitions expertise. And that expertise could only come with extensive, on-the-job, off-world training.
Okay. We can get through there. Oh, there you go.
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsitter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsitter's books. The vid phone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance. You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's JF Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right. I tried to talk to Dr. Terrell about your reinstatement, reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kind of angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying. If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury.
Gotcha's gonna
I'll be
die.
here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
We broke it. Okay, let's see if Chu has any new info. By the way, this guy gets killed by Roy and Gang on the movie, so most likely after this act, we won't be able to talk to him anymore.
You not delivery man, you go away. Distraction all day long. Never stop. Loud noises on the street. Beep beep boom boom boom. With big rough eyes.
That'd be Dermo design burning to the ground.
Oh? What of Marathi?
He didn't make it.
You leave now, okay? Very busy. Must work. Must work.
What's Sebastian been up to lately?
Sebastian? He do what always do, nervous system. Very important to Dr. Terrell.
Where do I find him?
He had old building down the alley. Bradbury Hotel, I think. You walk down the alley, you find it.
You mentioned twins.
Yes. Luther and Lance, Siamese twins, live above Marathi.
They're genetic designers?
Were. Till last month. Got the boot, shit can.
From who?
Big boss, who else? You go ask them. I waste no more time. You think I nose around everybody's business, huh?
Maraji's some kind of DNA designer?
Yeah, subcontractor like me. He funny though, like old movies. Maraji master chef. Twins go crazy when he cooks.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead. You might consider knocking off work early.
What next is 6 want with me, huh? I just do eyes. Busy. Must make deadline.
What about this Lance? What kind of guy is he?
Why, Luther, only different. Don't know which.
That's so?
One long hair, talk a lot, always make deal. Other more quiet, work much harder.
What kind of deals?
Sell this, sell that, no matter what weather. Like salesman. Very hard to take, no trust, no way.
Did Lance sell something to Runciter?
Who? Never heard of Runciter. No time for charades. Sound like this, sound like that, look like this. Oh, get back up.
Sorry to bother you.
Okay, must restart this stream because something happened that it stopped on Facebook, so I need to get back to it. Okay, just want to see if it's still running on Twitch. Still run according to OBS, but I don't know why it stopped on Facebook. And I don't even know. Yeah, it is still run on Twitch. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just like really quick shut down and get back. In fact, I need to take a bathroom break, so I'm just gonna do that and start the stream again. So we'll see you in 5 minutes.